Hello guys, it's Andy the Angry White Lawyer here again. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for watching. I don't know if you're a reader of the Daily Mail. I'm not, but my sister certainly is, and she sent me an article which was very interesting recently. I don't even think you're a subscriber yet. But thank you for that. And yeah, the article was by a guy called Haviv Retigua, which I assume he's Jewish. I don't know. He might not be. And he was saying about don't focus on the obvious in relation to the Iran war, which is that America is just simply doing the bidding of Israel. That's just a throwaway, easy solution. And that basically there are bigger things at play here. And it got me to thinking, because I've been thinking about this for a while, particularly after the Venezuela thing. So what has Venezuela and Iran got in common with the recent arrest of certain politicians and those connected to politicians in the UK, the granting of a mega embassy in London? Are they all linked? Well, there's one thing that links them, of course, is China. And that's what Haviv was on about in his article, that there are two things at play. Yes, the world will benefit from getting rid of a tyrannical theocracy in Iran that hates the West, hates any non-believers, spread terror around the world. Yes, we'll all benefit from that. But his point was that Israel will benefit from that as well. But there's a bigger thing at play, and I looked up some facts on this, and Iran supplies around 15% of China's oil, and it's been doing so. China's been buying it illegally at a knockdown price because of the sanctions. Curiously, and not many people would know this, the Saudis supply oil to China as well, which they're entitled to, about 15% of it. And I'm just wondering whether that could change, because the Iranians are sworn enemies of the Saudis, and I'm just wondering with this, what Trump is like with his art of the deal, whether he's going to get the Saudis to put the squeeze on China in relation to those supplies. If so, they could lose 30% of their supply, or certainly up to 30% of their supply, which is huge, and puts a big economic squeeze on them as a people, on them as a regime, more importantly. And throw in the fact that Venezuela was also supplying China. I'll put up something in relation to the amount now, because I haven't looked it up yet. But certainly Venezuela was supplying oil. And of course, after the Maduro episode, they've now got someone in power there, Delcy Rodriguez, who is actually doing business with Trump and is actually supplying America with oil. So this is what Trump's game is. They think it's all about regime change in Iran. Not necessarily. I've said this before. It's about a change in the regime's attitude. Have not necessarily a change of regime, but someone in charge who is more pro-America and less anti-America. And I think that he's just fulfilling his mandate, whether you like Trump or not. That's what he was elected to do, and by God, he's doing it. But the Chinese angle is an interesting one, because the article in the Daily Mail didn't go as far as this, but I was thinking about the British aspect of it. Doesn't it explain, to a degree, our inaction as a country over Iran, even after they, attacked Cyprus? We've done a little bit since then, but not much. Because the Chinese have got this mega embassy in London, the biggest in Europe, which locals objected to, local councils objected to, and in fact refused planning permission for it. When the plans were submitted to Angela Rayner, I think she was Home Secretary then, was she? I believe so. She was concerned about redacted rooms on it, and yet that's all kind of disappeared now. And it's okay, folks, they're going to get their big embassy, which of course is built right over the top of sensitive data cables in London. You couldn't make it up, could you? Oh God, this government is just appalling. So they've been granted that. And of course, Jimmy Lai, the guy who was arrested, the Hong Kong British citizen who was arrested and just been imprisoned. We didn't really hold much sway over the Chinese over that, despite Starmer raising the issue, apparently. We've got no sway over them over the Uyghurs and how they're mistreating those. So one wonders what the play is. Is it money exchanging hands? Because we know that these arrests of politicians recently shows that the Chinese have got a very much, not even a finger hold, got their hands deep into our society. And I think this is all about America's anti-Chinese play. And I get it. I totally get it. The Belt and Road Initiative in China is meant to be a cuddly, friendly thing to unite Asia and unite the world. And yeah, it's empire building, basically. It's soft power, isn't it? And I looked up a map of someone who took a trip round part of the Belt and Road Initiative, didn't even cover parts of it like Africa, and I'll put it up now, and you can see that it actually includes the UK because the Chinese have been investing heavily here. Where is that money going, one wonders? We've had cases of Chinese spies unearthed in relatively top positions in our parliament. I think it smacks of corruption, doesn't it? So, yes, the article is right to point out that it's not only the Iran war per se, and it's clipping Iran's wings per se. The bigger play is China, and actually curtailing their ability to influence power throughout the world. And if you think about it, that makes sense, because you've got Greenland as well. The fuss about Greenland recently. I had to laugh about Starmer recently saying that, we will send a ship up to the high Arctic, and because securing Greenland is important. He never mentioned Greenland once prior to Trump mentioning it. Never once thought it would be a good idea to invest military power in the high Arctic. And yet Trump raises it, and lo and behold, the rest of the world is dancing to his tune, which of course is what he loves. Get somebody to put in the effort. And of course Trump was right about that. The Chinese are deeply interested and invested in the Arctic. They've increased their fleet. They have a number of ships now that can operate there. One can only assume that they're interested in the rare earth minerals up there, because China's a long way from the Arctic. And yeah, this is all about the China play. And the article was a good one, and it emphasized how it's not just about Iran, and that all roads lead to China. And if you connect Venezuela with the bombing of Iran with the Greenland thing, it all comes back to China. What do you think? Jury's out.